Well, hello there. I am back with more testing before releasing. This time I added Facebook. I don't know if anyone will even see this on Facebook, but we will see. But today I'm actually going to post links everywhere. I've been kind of lazy about that. I shouldn't be lazy. So give me a moment. I'm going to spam everywhere. All right, I've published that to Discord. I'm going to also publish to all the social media. Please give me a moment. I'm sorry that this takes a moment to do. Gotta be diligent and spread the word. All right. I think I've posted to the social media I'm more actively using now. So let us resume. Hi, Worldwide Wise. Yes, I am on a mechanical keyboard. In fact, I just realized why. Is NVIDIA Broadcast still running? It is. It's supposed to be removing. Well, I hope you enjoy it. If it does get too clacky, do tell me, and I will try to adjust the noise removal Worldwide Wise, what's your favorite game? Yeah, I did not exit the game from earlier. Oh, you must be a Paintball 3 stream fan then. I'm sorry, I couldn't identify from the YouTube name. Oh, you're about to hear Wanda go ballistic. Sorry, I'm distracted. Wanda's going ballistic from the doorbell. Wanda's my puppy, and she is just obsessed about the doorbell. She knows a doorbell means someone's coming. Yes, the curse and lesson of an amazing game. It is definitely a one-of-a-kind game. Matt Headmaster, I was just about to say, what's the name I know you by? How you doing, Ed Musker? I don't even know if that's the right way to say your name. That's how I always pronounce it in my head. Screwed up the orders. Oh wait, I think I know what the issue is. Arc Raiders does look pretty cool. I'm not really into the whole Battle Royale shenanigans. Never got into it. But Arc Raiders seems more fun because it has persistent progression and my understanding. So, according to one reviewer, said that people tend to treat it more cooperatively. So, a cooperative Battle Royale, I guess, extraction shooter would intrigue me. Geometry Wars was the inspiration for Cataclysm, by the way. I love how I'm just pushing their boats out of the way. My favorite is probably, my favorite of quote-unquote modern titles, quote-unquote, is probably Supreme Commander. My childhood favorite is Command & Conquer. So, as you can see, real-time strategies were my thing growing up. Supreme Commander was the last RTS I got into. Really adore the scale of that game. But in terms of like really recent games, that's a much harder question. Supreme Commander is like in the middle of nostalgia and actually legitimately cool, whereas like if I say Command & Conquer, Command & Conquer is definitely a good game, but there's a lot of nostalgia. Like when I was a kid, I understood far less about it. Lately, I've been enjoying the RoboCop game, RoboCop Unfinished Business, and I love the what was it? RoboCop Rogue City. Like, yeah, but see again, it's like just soaking in nostalgia. Like, and my views are biased. Have you played either of the RoboCop games? Step away a second before Wanda is going ballistic. Wanda. No. Sit. 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 Wanda. Go to mama. We're trying to train her to sit. 1 second. Thank you, it's fine. Hi. 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 Arigatou gozaimasu. This is very interesting. It's liquid, whatever you got. Oh, awesome. A Christmas gift for our quote-unquote Japanese grandfather. All right. So for this ship, this is my first ship. I was turning into a fishing ship. So I'm looking for fishing upgrades. I found a nice bash from there. That helped a lot. Fishing a fish. Chance to get an extra fish for free. That's always good. What do you like about arc raiders, Admusker? Great, that's a nice synergy. I just picked up Back to Work, which adds 1 momentum per sail. And then this, in the morning, plus 80% fishing rate, plus 2% fishing rate per momentum. So this is going to be fishing super fast in the morning. The coin sound is deadening too much. Interesting. That is already very, doesn't deaden that much, but it sure, you can barely hear the chink sound. Might be the spatial blend. Alright, so for this ship, this is going to essentially just become a trading ship. So I can just focus on sales and carrying stuff. So I'm going to specialize as a hauling ship and pick a bunch of cargo related things. Cargo space, transfer rate, bulk transfers. Good yet. If I have more money, but I need something that adds momentum. Work rate doesn't really matter for a ship that's buying and selling only. fast this is. Fishing now. Easily fast. Oh, it's also not morning to get that super bonus. Morning should trigger soon here. And then it's going to go ridiculously fast at that. Given momentum, you do. So it should go. It's going to fill up before. It's going to fill up right as soon as morning hits. On the skipper here, I'm just going to keep looking for 2 ships. Oh, actually, I'm Commodore, and I need to test something in Commodore. So let's check out my fleet tree. So any upgrades here impact the entire fleet. So 1 extra gold per fish sold. That's nice. Upgrade. 10% work ship. 10% work rate per ship. Well, I'm okay with that because I don't want to wiggle my mouse. So we're going to choose that. This just makes all your ships slower if you're going against the wind, but 40% sale price. So yes, please. This would help my momentum generation, but I don't have gold for it. I only have 75 gold. Let's go north. That is momentum. That would be fleet-wide momentum. That is a win for everyone. So that is a generic, not really generic, but this is generally a good idea. And that is a good idea. That'll generate lots of momentum with very little downside, which means that on my ships I can use some of the riskier keystone upgrades that consume momentum. So this level is the regular Unleash. Unleash is the full game, but this is Unleashed Plus, which is a little bit more difficult. The AI will earn more gold. So far, it hasn't been posing much of a risk, though. I think I'm doing pretty well with these 2 ships. I'm about to run out of corn. They tell them to go to a different spot, which is fine, because one of my favorite upgrades is exotic goods. Exotic goods turns the ship into a open TTD, a Transport Tycoon style ship or vehicle. And you get more gold the further away it transports the goods. So if I pick up corn in one spot and go sell it across the world, then that corn is worth more. I have to find that upgrade. Also, because we have all this momentum, that's because those fleet upgrades, I can get this, which is going to give me 2% sale price per momentum, and I should be generating lots of momentum. lots of gold. So I need to get that. That. That isn't gold. I'm all queued up on fun things to buy. I can fast forward. There is an upgrade that allows you to fast forward, but I fast forward. I cheat the fast forward so I can test things faster. That's going to be awesome. Lucky Negotiator just gives you a small chance to earn 5 times normal. Then isn't there 2 things in this tree? No. I already spent all my gold and I didn't pick up momentum. In fact, I should have picked up these first instead of picking up that ship. That's more gold. Hello there, newcomer. What's your favorite game right now? Kind of what we've been talking about. Recent favorite games. Mine are the 2 RoboCop games, Rogue City and Unfinished Business. A lot of fun. Pretty janky at times, but the fantasy of being RoboCop is definitely fun. Alright, we're going to pick up momentum since there's enough gold. I need 258. And this, 58. Once I get a little gold, I compulsively start spending. I need to just let them do their own thing. Slowly but surely, the AI is catching up. So he's idle because there's no more corn to buy. Which is fine. We will find another town with a farm. Lots of towns over there. For some reason my gut instinct said to go over here, but they're all kind of far away. So it's moving so slow because I chose the upgrade that adds a penalty for going against the wind. So now the wind is starting to turn towards the direction of travel, so it's going faster. Oh, also he has morning coffee. That's why. So he travels really slow outside in the morning. If I recall. Hello, newcomers. How you guys doing? Guys and gals. Shipwrecks. Oh, I have enough gold to get those upgrades. So I wanted that and this. This is just momentum for moving. So I'm gonna go for this. 319 now. I will soon. See, just by moving, he gets some momentum. Which paired with that upgrade that increases sale price based off of momentum, that will be huge wins. Since I'm going past these ships, I'm just picking up their free loot. statue. It's free experience. Go figure, Mayflower. That's the ship. Earned a lot more gold because I'm just picking up free gold. Huh. The AI performed very poorly. There's another free treasure chest. Pick up that other fleet upgrade. So that will generate momentum upon assault order. So both my ships should be earning a lot of momentum. Where was it? Right there. Please have corn. It does not look like this town has corn. Over here. I did not. I'm exploring a lot of the map, which generally you want to have a cartography ship explore the map, because then you're turning the fog of war essentially into gold. Right outside of that. Someone crashed going to dock. Hello there. Yes, it's kind of running into each other. Alright, that doesn't have a farm either. So, over here. I have a lot of gold. So, this ship has market rush, but really, this ship needs market rush. This is my fishing ship, and my fishing ship is not right now. He's doing real work, so he should be effective at selling to make use of all this momentum. So there's market rush for my fishing ship. Fishing upgrade to get right there. Oh, this is like one of my favorite upgrades for fishing. Consume one fish per sale for a 100% sale price. So what you want to do is you want to sell in bulk. So you're only consuming one fish for this doubling of the sale price. So what you want to do is get bulk sales like this. So with that, that's plus 1, 2, 3. So that'd be 4 fish sold per 1 fish consumed. This is always nice. Oh, there's fish price. That's great. So I'll pick up this, actually pick up those. Those are all great. Fantastic. Delegation. 50% work rate. I'm not wiggling my mouse over ships anymore, so I can nuke my personal work rate. No problem. The competitor apparently really screwed up. They were doing better, 158, 189. I just realized the green quota number should be on earnings. That's kind of weird. Don't know how I did that. I did kind of change the meaning of those. I'm gonna write a note here. And also, I should probably say, instead of quota, I should say like competitor or something, because originally you were trying to beat just an arbitrary quota, but then I added the competitors, the AI ships, because it's just more fun that you feel like you're competing against someone who's playing the same game as you. But it has the same effect as a quota. The AI does better over time. The quota got higher over time, so. But before the quotas, you never had this situation where the ships, where the AI, where the quota would suddenly drop like this. The AI clearly like ran out of fish or something, and they had to change their tactic. All right, that is a bug, and that is urgent. Let's see, yeah, he's running out of fish. That's why let's go add some, queue up some more fishing spots. So he's leaving this alone because I picked up the upgrade that purposely leaves 2 fish behind for breeding, which means that it'll repopulate faster. Yeah, you can tell that morning just ended because it was going super fast and it slowed down. Fish and fish. Let's go look at this guy. He was looking for a farm, and there's no farm there. But there is free gold. And free experience. And more free experience. Okay, let's... I really wish I was doing this as a cartography ship. I didn't think I would have to explore so much to find more corn. So, in this tree, in the fleet tree, there are a bunch of nodes that add ships, and I just don't see any here. So it might be beneficial for me to go to Insight. No, I probably want Key Insight. Key Insight. I gotta move that. Description. Key Insight reveals nearby keystones, and I want to find the keystones for adding ships. Okay, well that revealed that. That's a cartographer ship. That's actually exactly what I'm looking for. That is convenient. That's a fishing ship. And out of gold. I need 2,000 gold. So there is an advantage to this. It adds a ship that's already partially upgraded. Corn farm is seemingly not generating more corn. Why not? By now it should have picked up. Oh wait, is the AI is not emptying yet, so to. This requires a breakpoint. So it's supposed to schedule the next production whenever something's removed from it, but we can't probably trigger a scheduled production anymore because we already emptied it, can't interact with it. So I don't really have a good way of debugging why it's not working besides guessing. I have to orient the game. I have to orient this the same way as the game, or else it's I can't remember where everything is. All right, so the corn farm is here. It's kind of fun to see the game from this perspective, huh? See all the birds that are flying around, the wind particles, the sun, which you really never see. Inspector's acting silly. Sometimes when we run the game, the inspector just doesn't update. So I was just making sure this is unchecked. It doesn't require resources, so it should be producing. And it should be producing a 100% chance to produce every 10 seconds. Put some breakpoints, so hopefully it'll be triggered. We can learn why it's not working. Oh, it just got triggered. But it's going to be a different... Yeah, this is the shipwreck. Hey, corn farm, that's what I was looking for. So I can actually replicate the situation here. So I need to run this out of corn before I can figure out why it's not working. I fear that this, so I think there is a small chance my scheduler is losing tasks. Because I have been suspicious of that before. Hello there. I want you to sell down here. Okay, so this farm just started producing. I feel like I scare people away by saying hi. As soon as I say hi, people, the counter reduces. I am very scared. What can I say? It all seems legit. Hello there. Yeah, fish oil vitamins do such a great job. This ship earned way more gold. That's my fishing ship. Interesting. Yeah, it's making apparently 60 some gold last time. Oh, well, also ran out of fish, so that looks better, even better than it did before, but we can kind of add it up here. Like these three were added. Good job. The AI is catching up again, but they're way far behind. I need to make the AI work harder when they're so far behind. Like clockwork, I said hello and they immediately leave the stream. Oh well. Guess people don't like saying hi to them. So it seems like this is all working as intended, which makes me fear it is the scheduling. So the scheduler, there seems to be a bug where so the scheduler sorts through the scheduled tasks and puts the ones that are next and the ones that are due in front. For some reason, somehow, my comparer is apparently not sorting things consistently. So this is a sorted list. Actually, anyway, I was having that problem where it would throw an exception trying to sort and essentially would say can't sort because the sorting is inconsistent. Now that I think about that, I haven't seen those errors recently, and I thought I put a try catch or something, but I don't see that either. which tells me that the sorting is fine. I need to do some kind of like unit testing on the scheduler because I am nervous that it's not working consistently. But right now I have no proof that it's not working either, other than that old exception. Let's see here. No, because it's still, I can't continue because breakpoint. Actually, I think I logicked myself. I think I can figure it out just by looking at my logic. So if the corn farm reaches 0, the scheduler is going to... So once we run out of corn, it's going to call this one way or another. And it's going to say, can produce, not. It can't. Yes, that's the issue. All right, so the issue is that could produce is, well, wait, does could produce? Well, my theory, I think, is wrong. Something wonky is going on. So if it maxes out on, if it runs out of corn, it's going to be, so can produce, looks like it is going to return a value greater than 0. Chance produces, as we saw, is 1. It definitely produces corn, as that's what we saw. I can't check it because it's paused. Yes, pausing here pauses Unity editor as a whole, which is annoying. So then this should be true. In fact, this should always be true, no matter what. Unless, I mean, if you have 0 corn, it will always be true. Obviously, the situation if you're for full, if there's, it could be false. And then yeah, I just kind of have to see it when it gets to 0. Okay, so sell there, buy here, loop. All right. Nice thing about using momentum too is this ship is going far, and so it slowly increases speed. Same thing with this ship, he's benefiting from momentum. Momentum is really working out here. Unfortunately, their acceleration is so slow that even with increased max speed, it's not like zipping along. I'm waiting for the 2000 build to get that exploration ship. Yes, look at that, I'm almost doubling the price. That synergy. think it just fills it almost instantaneously. He needs more cargo space badly. That is a terrible name. Shij Corner? S-H-I-J Corner. That is one letter off from a very bad name. Randomly generated names. I randomly generate everything. That's gonna take a few tries before they get down to 0. I need to keep my eye on it. Set the breakpoint so I can figure out why corn farms don't regenerate once they get to 0. Like this corn farm is essentially toast because of that bug. It's so hard to not upgrade. I want to save for another ship. I need 2,000 some odd gold. You know what I should get? I should get those. I should have gotten it right there. There are upgrades that will give you like interest based on how much money is in your bank. The fishing ship, it's Celestial, only earned a little bit more than last period, probably because he's going further to fish. The AI is catching up again, not with me. I'm getting like 200, 300, 200 gold additional each period. But clearly the AI kind of dumpstered their strategy and then started building back up again. I wonder if it's so. Right now, the AI will actually just destroy a ship and replace it if it doesn't earn gold. It's survival of the fittest for the AI. It can just delete its ships and build new ones. But those new ones are from scratch and they have to be upgraded. So I wonder if that's what happened. One of those ships earned no gold. They threw that ship away, got a new ship, and had to be upgraded. Gold, look at that. Alright, so we're going to buy this ship for 2,100 gold. So, yes, it did work. Awesome. This didn't work last time I tested this. So it automatically bought a bunch of cartography nodes. Cool. Now there should be an exploration. Oh man, I bought like all of them. I didn't put a limit. I did say buy all of them. I pre-buy all of them, so that's kind of cool. Now there's supposed to be a exploration specialist that is shown, and I don't see it. So interestingly, this might be the same bug again. It's as if it's never even trying to spawn the missing Explorer Specialist upgrade. So, as I was mentioning before, there are certain upgrades that just always have to appear, such as the Specialist upgrades. And so, if the tree gets generated and doesn't naturally create it, it will add it later on. Yeah, I can tell it's missing. There's only hauling specialists. So this is the second ship now that had the same problem, where Exploration Specialist wasn't added, and it didn't get caught by the protection that role just added that upgrade that was missing. So Exploring Specialist. So this count here is saying that it needs to have at least 1 on the tree, and there is 0 there. It's very weird. This is the second tree that had that problem. And searching the logs, seemingly didn't even try to spawn. Let's see here. I'm gonna have to do it next. I'm gonna have to test it next time, but I'm gonna put a log here. So I want to add a log. I'm also just questioning my logic here. This implies that it requires 1 of everything, because this is saying required count is equal to the max of the min and 1, which means that the required count is always going to be 1, meaning that every single upgrade in the game is necessary. Well, everyone inside of the original assets table. Okay, I think I know why it's being excluded. Although this logic I don't like. I think the reason why it's not showing up is because it is being blocked. It's being blocked by the fact that it's locked by the challenges. So, like the fishing, oh, that's always available. So, corn unlocks corn farm, farmers market, cartography. I get a feeling that it's yes, I think it is. I think it's being blocked by the... what I need to do is I need to play these challenges again. So I recently split cartography and exploration. The challenges were separated, but the upgrades corresponding to them were not separated. So cartography and exploration were essentially overlapped very directly until recently. Now they are very distinct. They have their own categories. So like cartography has a cartography category. The categories are how the trees are organized. So there's like essentially there's a fishing slice, exploration slice, a cartography slice, mobility slice, so on and so forth. Essentially just different parts of the tree kind of specialized for one type of upgrade, for one category of upgrade. Before there was just what I called it discovery briefly, but it was called exploration, I think. But now it's split. the cartography and exploration. And so I think that because the exploration ship, where's my exploration ship upgrade? Helps go to the E's. What I really need is I need an exploration specialist and I need a cartography specialist. I think that's really the issue, because this is doing double duty because that's what it did before. It was this was I had a slightly different way. It was still the specialist for exploring / cartography, and this is incorporating both upgrades. Like it has exploration upgrades and cartography. It just needs to be separated. And then that will fix the confusion regarding, like, why can't I see this upgrade? Why isn't it being added? All right, so let's make a note of that. Very confusing. All right, so that's going to have to be done before we release. Okay. But I don't want to. I'm invested in this game, so I'm not going to quit quite yet to fix these things. I'm going to. I want to figure out the corn thing, and that trade is already going, so I just need to wait for it to run out of corn. So, since I don't have that specialization, that's okay. It's not necessary. I will just choose. Well, I guess I won't choose any specialization. I don't need extra space because only atlases take space. So, exploration ship's always good to have. Bulk transfers, speed. This will make it faster for me to reveal exploration sites. To me, cartography is one of the coolest ship specialties. It's kind of active. You really control the ship specifically. It's also just the dynamic that you want to sell as infrequently as possible because the maps get upgraded. So you get, as you can tell, I'm getting map fragments just by exploring the Fog of War. But then every 10 map fragments turn to a map, which is actually worth gold. Map fragments are worth nothing. But then when you have 10 map fragments, or sorry, maps, it gets upgraded to a detailed map, which is worth even more gold. And then 10 detailed maps turns into an atlas. And does this have? You'll see that the price is like exponential. So you'll see here, atlases are worth 450 gold per atlas, whereas a detailed map is only worth 30 gold. And a regular map is only worth 2 gold each. So you really want to wait until you get atlases. Then what I usually do is I have them kind of loop around back towards a cartographer's guild, but I don't tell them to sell yet, so I can choose when to sell. Okay, how much corn? Okay, you have 19 corn left, and you have 26 cargo. So this is going to run out of space. So I'm going to place that breakpoint there once it comes back. So I'm just going to super focus on this for this one ship for now. It's very fast. Doesn't even need my help. Mayflower, that's one selling gold, did very well. He's kind of just steady at nice 707 gold. That's nice earnings for a single ship. Market Rush is doing good work, 647 gold by itself. The AI is catching up, trying to. It's still way far behind. I think the main issue is that it needs to get more ships. It's not upgrading its ships fast enough, and it's not getting enough ships fast enough. I love that effect. Alright, so we're going to go up here, and we're going to watch this like a hawk, because it's very tedious to set up this situation again. Breakpoint the bejeebers out of this. All right, pause, and we're going to breakpoint this like crazy. I think this is what's going to happen, but I can't be certain. So I'm gonna have to watch this a few times, even though it's not the interesting situation of running out of corn yet. That's okay. Okay, so this is, can I get a nice breakdown of how much? This is the game object. I don't care about the game object. I care about this. And so it says space use 2. Okay, so that means there's 2 corn left, which is fine. 2 corn left. Okay, 1 corn left. All right, no corn left. All right, this is the moment of truth, of debugging here. I need to step through this very carefully. So it says the fruit can produce 1. Which is correct. Okay, good. That means could produce is true. Good. Scheduled production is still running. Okay, so scheduled production is still running. So now it's going to be triggered a few times, which is fine. So we know the can produce will always say true. It still says there's one remaining, so that's fine. Okay, well that's annoying. I think we missed our opportunity there. It said there was still going to produce, and we're not, I think we missed it. That's annoying. Trying to think of a way to cheat the yeah, the AI ship is the AI competitor just can't seem to break above 300 some gold. It seems to start screwing up. So how am I going to fix this? I should have put a breakpoint on production. I think I missed that. Oh, I guess that was technically a bug. That's not useful. BE. I just want to see what's in the scheduler. I want to see if there's a corn farm in there. It's going to be very difficult for me to tell, though, just because there's so many. Okay, I don't see any corn farm there. This is the name of the mono behavior on the left side. It's also as the name of the mono behavior there. And I definitely don't see any candidates. So it definitely is losing its scheduled action. Seems like it should always schedule it though. Because this should, at this point, it is null. Because it disposes itself. It literally sets it to null. Which then yeah, that is very funky. There's definitely a hole in the logic somewhere. There is a situation where it produces, but doesn't reschedule itself. Yeah, I'm just kind of staring at the code, seeing what ideas come to mind. And drinking delicious coffee. I just realized this is not that it's an issue, it's actually protects it. It is being scheduled on the scheduler itself, meaning that there's deactivating the mono behavior or something wouldn't cancel it. It's getting cold in here. Today's a much cooler day in Tokyo. The weather's been very erratic. It was like almost 60 degrees yesterday. Something is jank. Something is jank only when the count gets to 0, because I'm pretty sure it produces before that. Maybe that's what I should confirm here. Oh, breakpoint still. Let's go find more corn. My exploration ship is doing something. Just because this is only 11 periods long, and I've succeeded every period. So I'm about to win the game. Technically, you can now extend the game, which we got to test that. Just because we're about to win, I'm going to sell my atlases and send my ship to go somewhere. Apparently, that's lots of land over there. So we can enjoy the atlases being sold for a ridiculous amount of money. Too bad I didn't. I should have bought Market Rush, because then I would have gotten like a chance to double the price. There, 630. Yeah, this ship doesn't have a cool synergy to make that even more worthwhile. Let's find some corn. Oh, convenient corn. It's out there. My tried and true, my fishing ship. That. Yes, delegation. Heavy fishing gear, makes it fishing faster, some speed units. Ah, this is great for fishing ships. +1 gold per loop to their orders. So that ship has gone through lots of loops, and it will continue to do so. In that regard, I actually want to have less cargo space. More work rate when out of view. Well, I'm generally not steering my fishing ship, so that should be awesome. Those just, you occasionally get fish chum. It's not really worth it. Fish. Well, I'm not staring at this ship, so getting extra sale price when looking at it won't help. Yeah, that's why you need more cargo space, because now I can almost catch fish instantaneously. Alright, so I just bought some corn, and I want to see if it ever produces. I know it used to, so it's scheduled it, and eventually produce should be called. I don't need this break. Okay, 10 seconds passed, and yes, it's trying to produce. Now, it's going to nuke scheduled production, which means it's going to schedule it again. Yes. In fact, I don't think we've ever seen this be called. I can't foresee any scenario where the schedule or the production isn't scheduled. Stored item count 68, and then it should go up to 69. Hardy har har, by the way. Yes, it did. So it works fine as long as you have more than 0. For some reason, when it gets to 0, it will not produce anymore. Essentially, I need to wait for this to get down to 0 again to try to test this. I'm about to win the game, but I can continue playing. I did add that option button. Okay, so it's about to produce 59. It should become, I guess this is, well, it's triggered by items changing. Yeah, the AI just could not catch up. Which is a problem. Such a pretty picture. Ship. It's got 1 atlas. On set exploration ship. I should find market rush. This is key insight. No, that's right insight. This is key insight. Fishing ones. Guessing somewhere up there. Well, I can do this. Oh, I'm out of gold. Or experience, I mean. ship really needs more speed. Work rate really doesn't matter for this ship. Well, that is speed nodes. Sure, go faster when returning. That's even more momentum. And let's pick up some acceleration. High speed, high drag. Well, that's substantially faster now. Get all the storage space so I don't need to do as many runs. More momentum, it's faster. Make it so you can this is so we will buy the items faster. This is one awesome exotic goods. You get more gold the further away you buy and sell items, or attain items and sell them. So that corn's going to be worth a lot more in the near future. Bulk sales is fine. Kind of exploring. This is always nice. It adds 1% gold for gold reserves above the quota. The quota is not the right term. Above the target, I suppose, would be better. Seeing any more cargo. Out of gold. Just gonna have to do one more run before it runs out. Corn, so I can debug this thing. Lucky negotiator. Apparently I got lucky a few times. Complete 1,000 successful periods. So it changes into endless mode, which sets it to 1,000 periods you have to win at. Bless me. couldn't quite hit the mute button fast enough. So we're about to see the situation again before it gets down to the last few. All right. Breakpoint. All of this. See what happens. So we're going to get a few before it gets down. Wait a moment. Why aren't some of those breakpoints should have been firing? Oh, because I didn't put one here, which is probably fine. I'm going to put one here just so I can watch everything occur. Okay, so it's updating scheduled production. And it's not going to hit anything because it still says one remaining. Story time count is 1. Okay, so it's going to go down to 0 here momentarily. Still says 1. Okay, it is 0. And yes, scheduled production is still scheduled, which is fine. There's 0, but scheduled production is still going. So that produce function should trigger any moment now. Hopefully this is still referencing it. I think that scheduled action is getting lost. So the weird thing is it says that there's negative 267 seconds on it. Produce on corn farm. I bet if I go through the scheduler, I don't think we're going to see it. Nothing removed it. And I'm not seeing produce get called anymore. Like, how in the world is the time negative all those seconds? Yeah, I don't see it in here. It'd be at the top because it's like negative 400 seconds. Oh, you can't see what I'm looking at. I just realized. I'm looking at the list of scheduled tasks. You can't see it because it's not captured in the window, the sub window. All right, I think it's definitively lost. That means that scheduled tasks are getting lost somehow. Which that is a much bigger issue to deal with. And very important because scheduled tasks or scheduled actions are a critical system in Fleet Tycoon. A lot of the game runs on scheduled actions. Anything that doesn't need to happen every frame is a scheduled action. I think using a sorted list is a bad idea here because I'm dirtying it here, which means that it's going to resort. Similarly, if something gets added or removed, it's going to resort. really needs to essentially copy the list and sort the copy. I think that's what I need to do. All right, well, I think we can declare this a victory. Well, I know it's victory, and a victory in terms of the game. Just watch that. I'm gonna write something down, and I forgot to write that. I forgot what it was. All right, let's say goodbye. We only had 3 ships. That's all we needed. Oh, I was gonna write down the AI needs to. AI not being a threat is a major problem. Otherwise, there's no challenge. All right, well, my exploration ship didn't make any money, so it didn't show up here. Man, market rush. Oh man, that momentum build. I frequently use momentum, but I've never had such an effective momentum sale market rush build. Actually, I'm actually very pleased with that. That I'm even accidentally finding new combinations. Yeah, that just the AI ships are just not. Seem to cap out around 300 gold. How many AI ships are there? A lot. I mean, those are all AI ships. Nope, those are towns. I'm a filthy liar. Curious. It's main thread, immersive VR tools. Very weird. I'm not sure what that's part of. So there are several AI ships, and they're just not earning enough. There's one. That's mine. 2. Oh, there's only 2 because that's mine. 3. Yeah, I think there's only 3. That's theirs, that's theirs, that's theirs. They only have 3. So it's just their ships were not as effective as my 3 ships were. All right, so we have some big things to fix here. I haven't seen that work yet. I think this is going to work because we just saw it work with cartography. I need to test that. I I think I need to fetch myself a new drink. I will be back. All right, and back. All right, so biggest fire is this. This needs to be just a regular list. Yes, it is totally the sorting that's screwing up. I think all I just need to do is then, I don't need the copy, I don't think. I think I can do this without the copy, which is good. So as long as I sort it from the things that need to be done first is sorted to the bottom. Yes, this is totally the bug. That dirtying was making it sort midway through iteration. So now it's going to iterate through everything. So it's sorting once before it iterates. It'll iterate through everything, which means this index that it removes lines up. And anything that's new that gets added at the end, which would be after this. So that's safe. So then the only I just need to make sure this is sorted in the right order. Like, I'm not sure which comes first when you sort trues and falses. So by default, it would be descending, right? So if the normal order is descending, that would mean the negative numbers should be at the bottom, which is what we want. So this seems backwards. Now, let's just do a quick Google. Oh, my blue sky blew up. Not really. Just a surprising number of folk liked and whatever the retweeting of blue sky is. Granted, I guess 4 of them were bots. That being said, I appreciate it. Okay, and I was gonna Google so it goes false by true. False is treated 0 and true is 1. So then in that case, we do want this to be X and Y so that the disposed things get removed immediately. I'm not 100% confident with the sorting there, but I am more confident. Okay, so that should hopefully fix the farm thing and probably other weird scheduling things that were breaking that I probably didn't even notice. I need to make the AI far more competitive. Need to create the specialists. Let's do that. So exploration specialist, discount for exploration, should not be adding any cartography. Okay, then we're going to add cartography specialist. It's going to use the cartography icon. If I could find it. So many icons. So many icons. change this to be cartography. Create a cartography upgrades discount. Get a quick translation. My buddy will verify that. That looks exactly the same. No, it isn't. My buddy plays, he'll check the translation. Okay, so that will create a discount for cartography, and then I need to hook that up to cartography specialist. And this should provide cartography. And then for all of these, I need to add, because you only can specialize one, so I have to remove the other upgrades. So this needs to remove exploration. Exploration needs to remove cartography. Oops, I missed. Good job, Alan. All right, and then we need to add to fishing. We need to remove cartography specialist. And then hauling specialist needs to remove cartography specialist. All right. I think that will do the trick. So that's in review now. Period column should have earnings green. Yes, period column. What do I name it? Oh, it's just in the periods window. And I need to change the name of actually I'm just going to say target. No, actually, that's not what we need. We need the column. Then we need to add a translation for target. Okay. That. Some review. This should be fixed to my knowledge. This is fixed to my knowledge. Okay, AI competitor needs to be more better. Let's see here. How are we going to do this? Oop, I left my be back in a moment there for a while there. Didn't need to turn that to an own variable. I thought I was going to have to calculate myself. Forgot I created that property. Hopefully that's not too aggressive. I think I want a percentage. That. Yes, typing is very janky and slow right now. Okay. Let's see here. How do I want to do this? Let's see here. We can just try. This is unfortunately, I just kind of have to play to find out because it's all based on chance. So this is going to So this is going to increase based on the player's success rate. So if player has a success rate of 100%. I need to do 1 minus, don't I? Yes, I do. So if the success rate is 100%, meaning they've never lost a period, then it's becomes 0, which then gets capped to 0.1, which then divided by 0.01 is a multiplication of 10, which is going to be very likely. think that'll work there. How about? It is time for me to take a break, eat some dinner. I might come back afterward and continue streaming and fixing this. I think I'm going to do that where he essentially upgrades the sell price. All right. Well, sorry for the person who just joined. I'm going to end the stream for a bit, but I will be back. I hope to be back later tonight. If not, then, well, tomorrow's a very busy day. It's Christmas Eve. So I probably won't be able to do any streaming or work on Christmas Eve. Happy holidays, everyone. Wish you all the best. You guys have a great